Did you say it was exactly 98,000 or something, or what?
Yeah, so I thought it was 96,000, and then when I had to send it to Tamika, it was $101,000 in 1 month.
Walk through that story, because for me to know just in 2.5, 3 years to be able to generate $1 million in your business from someone who said, I didn't have it at that moment, but you committed. I want people to hear that, because it's motivation for me.
It has to work, or it has to work.
I'm so proud of her, y'all. This is my first 7-figure event space client, y'all. Full-time teacher, mom, entrepreneur, crushing it. And last month she made $100,000 with her space. Everybody clap it up. Tenesha Madison!
Your money.
I want to say we were just on a workshop and you came in and you were just telling me how you essentially jumped. You kind of did something similar, like full-time teacher. At the time, I think you said, I didn't have it. Like, walk through that story, because for me to know just in 3 years, or maybe 2.5, 3 years, for however long, to be able to generate $1 million in your business from someone who said, I didn't have it at that moment, but you committed. I want people to hear that, because it's motivation for me.
Definitely. So I had moved from Chicago, so I'm originally from the south side of Chicago. And so I moved to Atlanta. I had cashed in my 401k. We said we're going to make the move because I have 4 sons. So we felt like Atlanta was a little bit better than Chicago. And then my husband met Neo a while ago, and I told him, like, I think I should open up event space. He's like, oh, well, I know someone who's teaching people how to open event spaces. So that's how I got connected to Neo. I found a space, but I had no money, like literally no money, okay? I had spent everything on moving. So what I actually did was used my credit card in order to join Neo's program, and I still had to make payments. So I didn't even have enough available credit on the credit card to make the whole payment. So luckily, he let me do that. I used a loan from One Main Financial, high interest rate, would not recommend. But I used the loan from One Main Financial in order to give my landlord the first month's and security deposit. From there, like you said, it was radical faith. I had nothing else. I didn't know how I was gonna get tables and chairs. I didn't have the answers. It was literally just making that jump and just knowing and trusting, I can do this, I will figure it out. Again, I have a 9-to-5, so I was able to use my paycheck to help me fund some of those things. So that's the benefit of having a 9-to-5 when you are becoming an entrepreneur. But yeah, I had nothing to start with.
Wow. How do it feel now? Let's clap it up. How do it feel last month? How did it feel to see, what did you say it was exactly 98,000 or something, or what?
Yeah, so I thought it was 96,000, and then when I had to send it to Tamika, it was $101,000 in 1 month.
How did that moment feel? One, I salute you because you work hard, you big on systems, y'all are running them things, you running them spaces like you run them, you're doing such an amazing job. How did it feel in that moment? Do you reflect and just be like, wow, I did this in a few short years?
Definitely. Sometimes I really just can't believe it because, again, like many people say, I come from nothing. My parents, my mom's a teacher, my dad worked at the post office. It's not like they raised me to be an entrepreneur. I was told to go to college, which I did. Then I was told to go back to college, and I did that too. So it's like I got all these degrees, and I'm still broke. So what am I doing with this? So that's when I knew I had to make decisions for myself and for my family. Again, I have 4 sons, so whatever they saw me do is what they're going to look for in their wives, right? So I had to make sure that I'm setting that example. I think in the last conference, I heard someone say, your ceiling is your kid's floor. That stuck with me. That means I have to do my absolute best so that my kids can level up with people who don't look like us, people who are getting houses passed down to them and businesses and things like that. Yeah. So when I reflect on that, I'm like, I can't believe it. I just honestly can't believe it. One thing, we went to Disney for Christmas. Last time we went to Disney, we had to sit in one of those timeshare seminars so we can get the discount tickets. We didn't have to do that this time. It's the little things.
That's so powerful. Like, it's like, y'all, somebody say options.
Options.
Making decisions gives you options.
Yes.
Like sometimes people don't, I remember when Sonya was talking about, she said, man, I'm just happy I could go out and Target and ball out.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know what your thing might be, but it feels good to be able to do that thing.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So you have to make a decision so you have those options. So I would love to know one thing that is working extremely well for y'all right now, because I want people to be able to believe, all right, when I get my space, I could do this. Or when I already have a space, I could do this. Share maybe one gem that, oh, this is working for me, whether it's getting you more bookings, whether it's freeing up some of your time, whether it's helping with your staff. So see what you guys think is working.
I would definitely say hiring my VA was the best decision that I've ever made. My virtual assistant works 50 hours a week, and like Neo said, she's very affordable. I pay her $250 a week. And she handles everything. She works from 9 a.m. to 7 p.m. She answers all the calls, all the emails. She makes all the bookings. Sometimes I don't even recognize the client's name because I've never spoken with them. And I'm like setting up their event like, who is Samantha? So it's just really helpful that she's there to do all those things because it just frees up my time. Of course, this is after I've created a lot of systems. Your VA has to know what to do. You have to teach your VA how to respond to clients, how to respond to situations. But after you do that, they're good to go. So create those systems, hire your VA, and free up your time.
It's powerful. So $1,000 a month, 50 hours a week. Is it safe to say that she at least books you one job a month?
Oh, she books way more than that.
I'm just being smart. Y'all, one VA, $1,000 a month, right? That's $250 a week, 50 hours a week. Catch that, but she's running the whole back end of the business.
And I also want to say I created like an incentive program for her. So every time she gets a client to add on anything, then she makes an extra $10. And because my VA is in the Philippines, the $10 is a huge thing. So every time she adds on like anything, 360 booth, uplights, whatever it is, she gets $10. So she makes her spreadsheet. So then she'll, send it to me on Fridays, like this is what I did. And so she gets her bonuses that way. That keeps your people happy. She's not going anywhere, so.
That's good,
Yeah.
That's good. Now I want y'all to, everybody right, incentivize. Like you gotta really think about, now it's a reason of why I need to be booking these jobs. Like, I need to, and this every business owner in here, I don't care what the business is, you gotta have you a VA so you can stop doing MWAs. I don't care what the business is. I just wanna make sure you understand, like y'all gotta understand the power in that. And tell me about your most premium package, because I know you did 100K last month. I know it's not all from $1,000 event, so talk to me about your highest package and what's included so people got an understanding of, hey, what do I put in the package that's making me X? You don't mind.
So our highest package is $6,500, and which is actually very affordable for what we include. So
Thanks.
It includes the venue for 6 hours. It also includes all the decor. It also includes your DJ, also includes your bartender and your alcohol and your photographer and your videographer. Yes, right? Because I know people.
Hold on a minute. Hold on. Yo, she got to raise them prices?
Yeah.
Somebody say raise them prices,
Raise
T.
them prices, T.
It's coming. So I said all that to say, and you're right, I am raising my prices actually.
What is that worth
my
though,
VA,
T? What is that really worth though? About 10 grand, I would
Yeah,
say?
definitely at a minimum
Easily.
10 grand. So my VA is actually working on those packages as I sit here, so that's great.
Wow,
But
that's powerful.
because we offer all those things, I don't like when people start bringing in their own bartender and their own DJ. Like, it's offensive to me. And so we literally just implemented an outside vendor fee. So you're welcome to bring in your own DJ, but you're gonna have to pay me $150 for not using mine. And so far we've been tracking the results because again, we just implemented this maybe 2 weeks ago. So for 3 people, of course, they ended up using our bartender, and for the others, they paid the fee, which is fine with me also. So I just felt like I'm leaving money on the table. We offer these services, and you're choosing not to go with them, that's fine. but this is my venue, so I'm gonna charge you a fee.
Okay.
That's powerful. So catch that. Y'all, listen to me, y'all. The outside vendor fee. If you just do that 4 times a month, that's $600. For a year, that's $6,000. That's $7,200. Somebody say extra.
Extra.
One play. How many people gonna implement that? Yeah, that's good. Hey, 6,500. I'm about to book an event at your joint though. For the 65, say no more.
My
I gotta do that for the prices change. My daughter about to be 17 to 18. Bet. It's like no. Let me ask you though, because I do find though, T, there's a limited belief in our community about charging more. That's one thing that I see, and another thing that I see is that we are always trying to be the cheapest when we don't understand the cheapest isn't the best and the best isn't the cheapest. I don't think you could be both at the same time. So I want to, how do we, and you say 65, why isn't it 10 now? Why do you feel like you got to continue to work your way to prove that? Because I realize one of the things that we do, and as you guys get in our program, we're going to help you guys get these packages right. What's the mindset behind that for you?
So in the beginning, I definitely was trying to be the most affordable. Like that was my thing a couple of years ago. So I have gradually increased my packages. We just implemented the $6,500 package. And once I realized how many people were booking it, I was like, oh, it's too cheap for them. So that's why I literally texted her earlier, like, yeah, let's raise the price on that package because it's so vendor heavy and they get everything. All they have to do is walk in. So I definitely don't think that I'm not worth it because we definitely provide quality in every single thing that we do. I just think that for a lot of people, it's just a matter of thinking that people won't pay it, but they will. Once I realize like everybody's booking this package like it's nothing, raise the price.
Yeah, that's powerful. That's powerful. That's good. So again, y'all, start sooner to believe your worth.
Yeah.
Don't wait a year. Don't wait 2 years. Don't wait 3 years. Because the quicker you start getting $5,000 and $10,000 packages, you don't need to do. We used to do this strategy, and it'll do 5 events a week at $1,000 each. I'd rather you do 1 a week at 5. I'd rather you do 2 a week at 5. I'd rather you do 1 Friday, 1 Saturday, 1 Sunday. You're getting the maximum amount of money for your time and your effort, whether you're running it or your whole team is running it. So
I would definitely say, piggybacking on everyone, just really go ahead and do it. I hear a lot of times people are saying like, I don't have the money, I don't really have anything. Yeah. Well, then you have nothing to lose. Right. So really,
that's a fact.
It has to work or it has to work.
Fact.
Like you have nothing to lose. So just jump. Do what you have to do. Remember, it's really bigger than us. That's my biggest thing. Everything I do is for my children. And I literally mean that with sincerity. Everything I do is for them. So remember, it's bigger than you. You're not trying to make yourself rich. You're trying to really build that generational wealth that we're always talking about. So take yourself out the picture. How are my grandkids going to profit off this, right? Like, it's way bigger than us.
Ooh, powerful. And you said something that I might have missed it last year, but it really just resonated with me when you just said it. You said, like, I believe you said, our ceiling is their floor. And that's so powerful. But what I realized, T, and I know a lot of us have said this before, basically I'm trying to give my kids a better life than my parents gave me. Anybody ever heard that or said something like that? But what generally happens, guys, is we're often repeating the same thing that our parents did because we don't have enough, we don't know enough. Right. So we have to, when Ed talked about the power of one, we got to really take into account, like, we got to really go do this thing. Yeah. It sounds cool to say it. It sounds so good. Yeah, I'm about to go do this thing. And you leave out of this room, life happens to you. You leave out of this room and all that sound good and you're demotivated tomorrow. I'm telling you guys, you have to stick with it and really make it happen. So when you say doing it for your kids this year, who really doing it for their kids this time? Who really going to do whatever it takes this time? Not just talking about it. Who willing to give up everything they got to make it happen this time? Who willing to go the extra mile this time? Right? Sometimes that means staying up later. Right? Sometimes that means going to go drive another day to look at your spaces. But some of y'all mean going to go work more on that credit. Like every day right now counts. And if you act as if the last day of life is this year, at the end of this year, you're going to be operating different.
Yeah.
Every day got to count, y'all.